It's Rob Anderson with DollarMoves. I'd like to welcome you to another video. So today is video number 12 for a video a day in May. Actually, my brother reminded me that I needed to make a video today. I've been out sourcing and yeah, so he reminded me. So today's video, actually, I just want to say thanks real quick to all of you who've been following me on a video day in May and sharing the videos, thumbs up, and all that good stuff, the comments. Truly appreciate it. It's been super fun, so thank you guys very much. So today's video, does it look like I'm walking on water, by the way? I'm actually on the jetty. Let's see. Yeah, but anyway, today's video is going to be inspired by one of the viewers. I asked you guys if you would just go ahead and give me ideas for videos, and so that's what today's is going to be about. I don't have my information here on me, but you know who you are, whoever came up with this idea. And the idea was make a video about a solopreneur who was buying books in a small town. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the ideas of what I would do if I was in a small town. So the first easy things that I would do, I would go to Craigslist, look on the free area, and also look on the look in their book section, see if you've got anything in your town that you can get to. The next thing I would do is go to freecycle.org. That's freecycle.org, and you can look on there and see that's where people will give away a bunch of stuff, and so you can get on there and get it. Now, one caveat about Freecycle is that most of the people don't want you to be reselling what they're giving, so that's something you just have to decide if that's something you're willing to do or not. The next thing I would do, look at the thrift stores around town. You know, you might have a smaller town, but if you have access to thrift stores, you should check them out and see what they have. Now, one thing that's really interesting, I have gone to thrift stores in smaller towns and ask them if they have the type of books that you're looking for. I was at a small one at a coastal town like this, actually, and it was actually a coastal college town, small college town, and I was like, do you guys happen to have any textbooks here? Because I looked at their books and they really didn't have much for textbooks. And the lady was like, oh no, we won't even take textbooks. They wouldn't take textbooks at this thrift store. She's like, we just end up throwing them all away. And so I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, so I talked to her and I was like, man, I would be willing to take those from you, or even just pay you pay you up front for the value. So anyway, so ask at your regular thrift stores. Start to look for other types of thrift stores that are done by the local community. You know, some of the Granges and things like that. If you have a local, like Lions Club thrift store, there's one that I've been to before. Also ones that are done for like animal shelters and things like that. They'll often have a thrift store that go along with it. So those are things that I would do for that. Next thing I would do, I would go to probably the local recycling and or dump. A lot of the smaller communities have an area where there is recycling and the garbage are separate. And oftentimes you can go there, and especially in the smaller communities where it's not being taken advantage of, like in the big cities, this is already a lot of times taken advantage of. And so it may be less of an opportunity than you actually have being in a small town. Go to the recycling and see what they're doing with the books, and see if you can get the books that they have and take them away for them and take care of them. Now, you're gonna have to figure out what to do with the books for if you get the books that are, you know, beyond what you would use or whatever. You're going to have to figure out how to recycle them. Maybe you go to a bigger town, maybe, you know, you sell them to, however you do it, but you're gonna have to figure that out. But that would be the next thing that I would do. Next, I would go to local schools and talk to them. Now, you're out in the middle of nowhere, so, and all these places that I'm talking about are hopefully going to be things that, you know, most other people aren't even thinking of. So I'd go to local schools, talk with the librarians, and see, what do you guys do with your books once they're done? And then also let them know that you'll take any books and recycle them for them. Again, you're gonna have to deal with the books, but you can find out that way. And also, you can tell them that you would buy their books for, you know, $1 or $2 a piece if they'd be willing to sell them. And really hit up the high schools, because the high schools are going to have like textbooks. So you really want to hit the textbooks up. That would be a good place. Another thing would be just garage sales. If you have garage sales that are going on around there, that would be another great one. Let's see, and then I would look at the estate sales. Estate sales are going to be great because they're going to be out of the way for a lot of people, and so for you it may actually be more of a benefit. Now, the next thing I would do is go and find your local libraries. Local libraries, you know, go and ask them, do they have, when are their Friends of the Library sales? And find out, and find all the small little local libraries that you have all around you. A lot of those are going to be untouched by the people from town. So again, you're going to probably have an advantage of finding these little things that people aren't even looking at. Now, let them know too that, you know, get on their list for their Friends of the Library sale to be notified when they're happening, but also let them know that you don't necessarily need to be buying them from a Friends of the Library sale, and that you would be willing to purchase books from them from, say, you know, you figure out what their Friends of the Library sale are, but maybe tell them $1 a book or something like that, and just let them know, you know, if you have books right now that you'd like to get rid of, that you're looking at having excess inventory, I could take a look at those and help you out with those. Lastly, I would look for Friends of the Library sales through the internet. And there's a website called booksellfinder.com. I believe that's the name of the website. And you can go there and it will tell about different libraries around where you're at. And you can take a look and see if there's any other libraries there that you might have missed. So I think with all of the information that I just gave you, that would be a ton of info that you could use to get out there, being a solopreneur out on your own, making money out there, you know, just out in the smaller towns. Honestly, if you were able to hit up all those different places, and then you can also do online stuff too if you'd like, but if you were able to hit up all those different places, you could have a ton of little honey holes that other people wouldn't even know about. It's just gonna take some hustle. It's just gonna take you getting out there and trying. So I hope you found this video valuable. If you like what you saw, please go ahead and thumbs up. Positive comments down below. I'd love it if you'd share this with other people that you think it might help. I mean, I just gave you a play-by-play on if you're a small town book buyer and seller, you know, how you can get out there and do it. Just with that information, you should be able to rock and roll. And there's so much more from there. You just have to think of different ideas and different ways where books might be. So again, thank you guys for watching. You can go to DollarMoves.com, sign up for the email newsletter. I'll contact you anytime I put out any new videos, or if I come across something that I think you would find valuable. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.